So we're going to be making these, a very new twist on our alcohol ink Petri. So here we go. Right, we're back. We're going to be trying something different today. I've not seen it done before. Maybe there's a reason why, but it's just an idea. So we're going to do a form of Petri, but instead of dropping out alcohol inks straight into the resin, we're going to mix the colours up with a little bit of resin, add that to our cavities, which will have resin in obviously, and then we're going to drop our sinker white over the top. Now I'm hoping that the inks aren't going to spread as much as what they would if we apply them in. So we are of course using the Let's Resin 1-1, the 26 alcohol ink set that I showed, alongside their CD per white. Let's get mixing. Give my mould a quick spray, and now I'm just going to pour my resin into the cavities that I want to use. Alright, I've only got a few poured out, and I've got enough resin left to work with our colours, and I'll show the one and then I'll mix my others off camera. We don't need much. Well, I'm saying we don't need much. I've never done this. I'm just presuming. So just a drizzle in each cup. And then just one by one we're going to add our alcohol ink to our resin and mix it up. So that is the green. We've got a dark magenta, a lemon yellow, probably say 6 or 7 drops. And now with our red, orange, a cerulean, a dark indigo. I'm probably going to get mixed up as I'm adding these to the resin. And then a purplish red. And now just thoroughly mix these up. Right, it's now ready to add into our resin. So in this bottle here, as most of my viewers know, is the CD bar from the alcohol ink set that I showed. You get 2 bottles, but I use this. So I'm going to do this one as a tester, and hopefully it won't spread like alcohol inks will or do. And this one I'm just going to do as dots of colour all over. And hopefully the sinker white will still push through these colours to give us a good effect, similar to what we normally get. But this technique should allow us to add more colour into each piece. We will see. It's just an experiment to begin with. And we'll try stirring with a couple, well, some of them, most of them, but I'm intrigued to leave 1 or 2 just as they are, just to see what we get. So we're going to shake our white up. And then just, it doesn't have to be per drop of colour with this. Sorry, my nib was blocked. I think that will do. Just gonna clean up that excess, just in case it falls in and blobs down the side. And do the same on this one. The first one that I just did, I'm going to leave. I'm not going to stir it, but this one we're going to. Just to see what we get. So the first was green, this one is the cerulean. Looks very similar to the green. It just has a bluer tint to it. And we go with a yellow. All safe colours together. Not that they're merging like they do with alcohol inks when you drop them straight into resin. these aren't spreading and merging like that. And then again with our whites, just even coverage, not too much. Let's see if I can get every colour in this round one here. Just make sure you're cleaning your stick every time you move on to a different colour. I did think about doing this with a piping bag, but there's no point. You could draw in designs. You could also do this with resin dye. Doesn't have to be the alcohol ink. I did think about doing it with the resin dye, but then I knew I'd get lots of questions. Can this be done with alcohol inks? So I thought I might as well do it with alcohol inks first. And hopefully it will work. It'll be very colourful. Again, massive shout out to my channel members. Quite a few have now joined. Thank you very much. And to those who have bought me a coffee or a super thanks. I will be updating that list soon. Massive thank you. I should be able to get them all in. Last colour. What I'm not concerned but worried about is that these are going to create quite a blob of colour, and it might be difficult for that sinker to work its way through. But judging by the other ones, they have kind of blurred out a bit, so I think we're onto something very different. So it is spreading, once you add the white, it is spreading the colours out, but will they muddy? That is the question. So with this large one, I'm going to try a different way. I'm going to pour the resin from the cup. Directly into the resin. Doesn't have to be tidy. It's all going to change once we stir it anyway. What else should we go for? Have I used that one? I'm forgetting what I've used and what I haven't now. Let's go with an orange. Just like that. And then we're just going to drop our white all over. And hopefully they've got enough space there that if they do spread, they're not going to touch each other. Now with the last four, I'm just going to do what I did similar to the first three. I'm just going to drop my colours in, but I'll skip that part. And I'll see you for the demold. No, I'll see you for the stir. Just coming up to the 1 hour mark now. All looking very different to normal alcohol inks. The top one I'm going to leave, and then I'm going to lock my focus, and then we're going to stir. I'm not going too deep. I think the results are going to be pretty much similar to our normal pieces. Stringy, that's what we want. You can see the lines have kind of stayed where they were until I went and did that. wondering whether they're going to be a bit more pastel than normal. Last two. Let's go with a different swirl in this one. Let's go the other way. I always go in that clockwise swirling motion. Okay, I will see you for the exciting part. See you soon. Okay, now for the exciting part. Have we got anything new to share? So we're going to start with the one that I didn't stir. Let's see what we've got. Still a little bit soft, you know me. Very impatient. I've got less than 2 hours now to get this video edited, uploaded, ready for you to watch tonight. Wow, there's a lot more colour than what I thought there would be. I was expecting a lot more of a pastel colour. Not much of the sinker. So I think I could have gone in with some more. I'm not usually fond of the ones that I don't stir. I quite like that. Really packing some colour. Ooh. And you can see as well the definition between each of the blobs of colour. So I wanted to make this video just as an experiment, and some viewers are still struggling with their inks merging and muddying, so this could be a way to prevent those issues. And as always, give the video a thumbs up, drop me a comment, and if you're new to my channel and haven't subscribed, hit the button for me. It might not actually be in the corner if you're watching on a mobile device. You might have to scroll below the video. Wow. You might have to scroll below the video. Look at that. We've got some negative space. But that's what I could have gone in with some black. The colours are really strong, considering, and you can see those little spores of the white. And to my channel members, I will definitely be uploading some macro over the weekend and putting that in the members only community tab. That is striking. So a lot more definition between the colouring doing it this way, but the colour is still really strong. I'm liking it. Wow. Look at that. I'll try and zoom in a bit more for you. Really is a completely different way to use your inks. That is phenomenal. Again, we've got a little bit of negative space, but not much. Those colours and that definition. I think these are some of the best Petri pieces that I've ever made. So, just goes to show, if you've got an idea, try it. Because you never know. That is stunning. Because they look very pastel from the front, but when you flip them, the colours are really strong. Boom! Look at that definition. They're like patches of fields from an aerial view, growing different flowers. Look at that. Okay, I'm going to be doing this a bit more. That is beautiful. I'm not really that chirpy when it comes to demoulding stuff, am I? I'm normally quite bland, and a lot of the stuff that I do make, I'm a bit, but that is different, isn't it? That is something else. Sometimes I have a little peek. I flip my mould over when they're cured, and I have a little peek, and I kind of just to see if it's worked, but I didn't on these. Wow. Incredible. So I think that was the, I can't remember the colours, that's the issue. I know there's an orange, and I think the other one might have been a magenta. I should have kept them all out and written it down, but it was an experiment, and in the following videos, if I do this again, I will definitely write down all the colours and let you know. I really wasn't expecting them to be this vibrant. Not so much of the sinker on that one, but you can see some. But I still think that is really cool. I think what I said earlier in the video is that the white might have trouble in certain areas to push through the blobs of ink. But we can fix that moving on. Smaller blobs, or we make bigger spores by adjusting our sinker white. One left after this one. Oh wow, a lot more sporing in there. Absolutely incredible. Definitely a whole new style on Petri, I think anyway. You still get some really good results dropping the inks direct. Again, if you're new to the channel, check out my previous videos. I've got lots of them on this. What do we got? Wow, look at that. Yeah, I'll be putting some macro shots of these ones up, I think. I love these subtle areas, this stillness. And then you've got all this going on over here and down below here. Right, wow. Yeah, help me out. Give me a thumbs up, drop me a comment, and subscribe to my channel for more. I'll see you for the next one. Bye for now.